So when it comes to the problem solving, I just get added to it, man. Because every time you are truly a revolutionary and you actually have solutions that can solve the problems that people are whining and complaining about, they will make you go through the most craziest fucking experience ever. Like, for instance, here's an example. Somebody will tell me about, this girl was telling me about systemic racism, right? She's like, the federal government is doing all this, Trump is doing that, it's been going on for years, systemic racism exists in America, blah, 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 right? I'm like, okay. So I'm like, have you ever been, I'm telling her specifically this, have you personally ever been a victim of systemic racism? The answer is simple, yes or no. Just look at your life. Do you have any evidence of systemic racism, right? She told me no. I said, at that point, when somebody asks you about systemic racism, you tell them how you are not a victim of systemic racism and what did you do for you not to be a victim of systemic racism. What did you do? How did you live your life? How did you spend your money? What did you do with your life? Things like that, right? Because the only way that you're going to be able to be a victim of systemic racism is if somebody looked at your skin color and denied you opportunities that they have for you to be able to come up and prosper and have your family succeed, or you to be able to succeed. It's a system that is going to block you from advancement in America. Just block you off of skin color. Because we're saying racism. So we're looking at race. So they're going to block you off of skin color alone. So I'm like, show me an example of somebody doing that to you. And she said no. So I'm like, well, just tell the person what you did not to be a victim. And that's how you are easily able to solve problems, right? If somebody come to me and talk to me about police brutality or whatever like that, right? I will do the exact same thing. Ask them, have they had any personal experiences with police brutality, and do they know anybody who was a victim of police brutality? Not just some shit you see on YouTube or whatever like that, because we got to understand that America, the system that you're talking about, that is the white boogeyman that's controlling all these black people's lives and making their lives terrible where they can't advance in life, they have media propaganda. So you have to understand that, right? You got to understand there's a reason why they're showing on TV that a black person is getting shot by a police officer. There's a reason, right? There's a reason why the news cover all these different heinous and horrendous things that go on in America is to scare your motherfucking ass, right? So you have to ask yourself, have I ever been a victim of police brutality? And you probably haven't. So what you do is you just tell another person, this is how I was not able to become a victim. When the police pull me over, I just comply. You know what I mean? I just be like, yo, I don't be yelling and screaming and all that type of stuff. I just talk in a certain manner and everything like that. I don't put out my fucking phone to be recording shit or whatever it may be. I just be like, bam, here's my license, here's my registration, and I comply. If they do some weird shit or whatever like that, take me to jail, I will sue their ass later on if it's something weird or whatever it may be. I don't know, everybody's situation is unique. But when you see these black people getting shot by the police, a lot of it be them not having a code of how to deal with the police if you get confronted by them or you get stopped by them or anything like that. And these are the same fucking people who keep fucking telling me that they know America and they built America, right? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You don't understand the systems of America. You don't understand the policies of America. You don't understand how you engage with the enemy, right? You don't know about that shit. You need to learn. So all this fucking whining and complaining about the white boogeyman and he's controlling this and I have never in my life, dude, until I got to this age, did I ever hear so many people trying to convince me that I was a slave. They are constantly telling me, man, when we used to be slaves, and I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on for a second. You have a mental disease. Listen what you just fucking said. When we were slaves, first of all, you was not a slave, and I was definitely never a slave. And we both don't know any slaves. We never had that experience. We never lived in a time of that experience. So the truth of it is, if we're talking about human truth, we were not slaves. So stop trying to convince me to attach my mind to chaos and suffering of people I do not fucking know. Now, instead of doing that shit, what I will prefer to do, if I have to do that, if I have to go attach myself to suffering and chaos of black people, I am going to look at the black people that I do know. We all have black people in our lives right now that are suffering and going through chaos right now. We see them. We can touch their hand. We can call on the phone and actually talk to them and hear their voice. You feel me? We can actually see them in person, right? That is who I will be paying attention to. I will not be skipping over the people that I see every day that's closest to me, that's suffering, that need help, to go worry about motherfucking slavery. The fuck is wrong with people, man? Why would I do that? Why would I put my brain into the mindset of a slave for? Slaves died for us to be free. The revolutionary black slaves died for us to have equal protection of the law and to have these motherfucking constitutional rights we got right now in America. There is no way, dude, anybody can convince me that I am a slave, dude. Right? So when I listen to these people, right, and they talk to how I'm so harsh on the black male and I'm so harsh on the black thought leaders and all that type of stuff, and I'm like, look, if the white man is making you, right, kill other black people, because they tell me the reason why it's not black or black crime, what it is crime, and the root of the crime is the system. So the reason why he killed the black dude is because he's a victim of the system. Okay, I'll take that. You know what? Fuck that. I will take that. So my response to that is, why do I need to hang around your ass, dude? Why am I even talking to you? If you are not in control of your own thoughts, and if it's somebody who is you have never met before, and you don't have no idea who they are, and they can control your mind to kill another young black male who looks exactly like you, if they have that power, why would I be around those type of people? For what? When I can have freedom to go look at the people who are not doing that shit. See, that's what I just don't understand about the fucking systemic fucking oppression talk about black people killing black people, and the reason why they doing it is because of a system. So we all live on the street, right? Just say there's 20 houses on your street, right? Right? 20 houses in, you know what I mean, in your neighborhood, or 100 houses in your neighborhood, and 7 of those people are involved in crime or whatever it may be, right? And 13 of those people, 15 of those people, 16 of those people, whatever, right? Right? Just say, you looking at that, there are some people in your neighborhood that are not committing crimes. So in order for it to be systemic, that means that everybody in that neighborhood has to be under the system's motherfucking spell to go out here and commit crimes, because they're all suffering from the same oppression. Now, if they're not suffering from the same oppression, then you have to talk to them people and say like, yo, how was you able not to go kill another black person that looked like you? What did you do? What was your lifestyle? How are you thinking? If you really want to stop the fucking problem. Because the only way the system can effectively run is through the people. You have to allow the system to infiltrate your fucking brain to make you do what the system is telling you to do. Now, once you remove that and you change your fucking brain and you revolutionize your brain, the system will no longer have an effect on you to do harm to your own fucking people, man.